Most people don't realize they're doing this every single day, and it's the exact reason they never get ahead financially. This is keeping them poor. They are lacking leverage, compounding interest, and they're always starting from zero. If this sounds familiar, you're going to want to pay attention because I'm going to show exactly what it is and how do you get out of the trap. And believe me, I have been there a lot. So I understand it. It's okay that you're there or that you know someone who might be there. Share this with them if you know someone who's in this situation. But you feel like no matter what you do, you can never get ahead. If you feel that way, or if you've ever felt that way, let me know in the comments right now. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. And make sure you let me know what else you would like me to talk about in the comments, and I'll do my best to record a video about it. Now, the thing that is keeping you or someone you care about broke is that you're trading your time for money instead of building scalable, recurring income. You're relying on short-term fixes like side hustles, odd jobs, and definitely you're underpricing instead of building an asset that makes money for you while you sleep. You're in survival mode, and this is keeping you just head above water, if that. You're avoiding risk because of fear. You're consuming videos and courses and everything endlessly, podcasts, free tips, free lead magnets, but you're not executing. Does any of this sound familiar? And you don't even realize it sometimes because it's like the boiling frog analogy. You know, they say that, I don't know why you'd want to boil a frog, but they say that a frog that's being boiled does not know that it's being boiled until it's too late. And if you think about it, the pressure gets higher and higher and higher, but because we're able to adapt, we're able to adapt to survive, we don't realize, whoa, we're in way over our heads. It is really, really hot in here. We're going to turn that around. And what you're going to do is you're going to start thinking about rich habits rather than poor habits. And again, I have been there. 10 years ago, I was sleeping on the floor of an airport. So I have no judgment when I talk about this. But I want you to win. I want you to get out of that situation. And it starts with this. So you're thinking about building recurring revenue streams. A membership is a great option, like on school. That's why I have 10 or so school memberships. You don't need to have 10 memberships to do well. You can have one strong school membership and you could be making thousands of dollars in recurring revenue. There's no guarantees to how much you can make. I'm simply telling you the possibilities and what I have seen and accomplished. You can also use YouTube for recurring revenue. Let me know in the comments if you knew that. If you knew that YouTube itself would pay you monthly if you use it a certain way. So YouTube is an ad platform at the end of the day, right? It is a place where a bunch of ads, millions and millions of ads are played every day, and they're paid for. And so YouTube wants you to post more. So it eventually pays certain partners like you to post on YouTube. If you get 1,000 subscribers and how many watch hours, let me know because I say this a lot. I want to see if you're paying attention. How many watch hours do you think you need in order to be a partner on YouTube? It's not that crazy. I know a lot of people who have made it. I've definitely am a partner on YouTube. I get paid anywhere between 4,500 to 12,000 a month, depending on what kind of month it was, depending on what kind of videos, how many videos I put out, how long they were, how, what the topics were, if a bunch of people viewed them or watched a lot of minutes of them. It all adds up. And you may not make that much, but you could make a few hundred or a couple of thousand just for posting and doing something that's already sending people to your other paid offers. So it's like you're being paid to promote. You can also get paid from your other offers. There are so many different offers you could have if you select just one of them and go all in, especially during a sprint. That would help you. So you want to think like an asset, something that is making money like a golden goose. Again, there's no guarantees of any of this, but you want something that's an asset. So I'm an investor as well, right? I've invested in more than 200 companies, and I can tell you that what people want, I take people's dollars to invest, and I also invest, right? My own capital. So I know what it's like to be someone who's invested in and someone who invests out. And I can tell you that the best investments are those where you put in some effort, like the founder puts in effort, and then the product itself makes money even while the founder is asleep. That is what you're looking for. You're looking for things like network effects, meaning every time someone joins or uses your product, it causes other people to naturally. A great example is school. Think about school for a second. If you haven't seen before, just go to skool.com and check it out. But think about school for a second. It's brilliant. Not only is it a great product, I love the product. Obviously, I have 10 school memberships, but it's also a really great example of network effects working. So it was made one time. Obviously, they are continuing to add features and optimize, but it was the core product itself, a school platform where you can host your own group, is the same. And someone joins the group. It's like a flywheel, right? Someone joins a school group. In order to join a school group, they have to sign up for school. So they're just like a school user. They they're in it. Then there's a percentage of those people who don't just consume and participate. They say, "Oh, I want my own school too," like a Facebook group or something. I want my own. So then they get their own school membership. And because they have their own school membership, they're inviting people onto the platform who then do the exact same process they just did. And then that goes on, and it's on its own. The momentum is there. Every 2 weeks on school, Sam Ovens, who owns school, said that every 2 weeks, 1 million new users join. So they're paying to be in some of these memberships. They're paying to own memberships. They're paying, to some are free, some are paid. So there's that money that's coming in. So you want something that has a network effect feel to it, or simply a flywheel effect to it. Something, so that's what I'm always chasing. When I think about my offer or a new company, I'm thinking, what could I offer that if somebody uses it, it's such a great product that it almost sells itself and that it causes naturally people to come in. Another great example is Lovable. I love Lovable too. I use it every day. It's an AI agent that helps you build landing pages, things like that. When somebody comes in, they start building, and that's fun. But then they also have like collaboration, so you can collaborate with somebody else. They have where you can get free credits, so you can keep using it without paying a ton. And if you refer people and get free credits. There's also like hackathons they're doing. There's also a section right under when you go in. Not only can you work on your own project, but you can see what other people are doing publicly, and you can remix. They call it remixing. Remix theirs because if you like the template of it, and then add your own flavor to it. And so it's like the more you create and you make public, if you want, the more you create, the more people will be brought in and have reason to use the product over and over again. So there's incredible case studies there. There's all kinds of case studies that work. It doesn't even have to be some SaaS platform, some software as a service. It could be, you could take what you see working out in the world, like what are you paying for right now? Are you paying for school, for Lovable, for Netflix, for what are you paying for? And then watch what their model is and see how you could replicate that in your own way. It's a really great exercise to just go to ChatGPT and say, I want to make something that is like Netflix, but not for videos. I want it to have the Netflix feel to it, the network effects of it, the bingeability of it. But I want it to be about dog grooming, without videos. I want it to be this whole other thing. What are 3 ideas you can give me? Another thing you can do to pick up a rich habit is you can own things. So Dr. Pamela Jolly, who is an expert in finance for Black finance, says rich people own things and collaborate. And when she said that to me on my very first podcast for Your First Million, what has become this channel years ago, it stopped me in my tracks. Rich people own things and collaborate. Say that in the comments if that is striking you right now, just to let me know you're still here. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Hit the subscribe button right now. And if you want to, you can like this video, because if you like the video, simply by liking it, it puts it in front of more people because YouTube says, oh, it's a good video. So if you want to do that, that'd be amazing. Rich people own things and collaborate. So that means that you need to invest in assets, not just liabilities. Liabilities are expenses, things that you owe, things that cost. You want to have assets too. So that could mean investing in the stock market. It could mean investing in companies themselves. It could mean you joining a up and coming company and getting equity early on because you see a potential in the company and you ask for equity as part of your package. That could work. Now that's a longer play because you don't know how it's going to go. But I've seen people do really well by every 2 or 3 years joining a new company that is early enough where there's still equity to get and it's still at a valuation that makes sense, but it is seasoned enough that you feel like, oh, I trust this team to do well. I've seen people do that really well. Like they go from, they spend maybe 7, 10 years doing that and they have these equity pockets. So you could do that too. Now, I'm always talking about entrepreneurship because entrepreneurship is the ultimate owning assets, right? But that is another way, that one I just told you. So if you own things and you're an entrepreneur and especially if you own 100% or similar to your company, that's really cool. You don't have to have a $1 billion company. You can just have ownership of something that you have control over. That is why it's so important for you to learn the basics of crafting an offer, selling that offer, marketing, promoting it and selling it, and then delivering it. And I teach all of that across my different memberships, my ecosystem. If you're just getting started, like you haven't made any money online yet, you probably want to check out Your First 5K Club. There are people in there, about 2,000 people in there since it's only been like, what, 5 months? It's pretty cool. And the reason they're in there and they stay in there is because I'm actually teaching you how to make your first 5K. And lots and lots and lots of members have made their first 100, their first 1,000, their first 5K, and beyond. We have a ton of testimonials and a ton of examples of that. So come on into that. If you look in the description, I have links to everything here. If you're a little bit more seasoned, let's say that you are someone who is starting out, but you really want to go faster, like you want to go further faster, basically. I have a 100-day sprint that I'm doing right now. It's a premium version of my sprint, and it is on. In week 1, we are optimizing your offer. Even if you have zero offer, we're creating it or optimizing it so that it's the best possible offer you can start out with. In week 2, it's all about your sales page, getting everything set up. And I take you step by step. I do live calls with you. I'm answering everybody in the comments. I'm here every single day. Week 3, we're going through traffic. So how can you get people to actually see your offer and going in on that? And then so on and so forth. And we're doing this 100-day sprint, 14 weeks or so. And our goal, different people have different goals in the group. Some people, their goal is to simply get the offer out there to test it. But most people have a monetary goal. So most people's goals have ranged between $5,000 and $20,000 in these 100 days. So if that is of interest to you, you're ready to go. You're either in Your First 5K or Arlan's All Access, or you're not. And you're like, I need a kick in the pants a little bit. I need to move forward. I need to stop procrastinating. Then you're going to want to look at that sprint. And again, that's in the description below. And then if you are someone who just wants to have some answers, without going through a course, without doing anything, I do have my free custom GPT. And custom GPT is like Chat GPT, but it's customized and trained on my information, my IP, intellectual property. And it's like you're talking to me because it has my answers. So if you go in there, people are just going crazy for it. If you go to the link in the description. There's a link. It's free. You sign up for it, and it's awesome. And I'm really proud of it. It's helped so many people. I actually did over the weekend. I did a survey and I asked like, how has it helped you? And people have gone crazy. Maybe I can even show you that if I can do it fast enough. People are actually going really crazy for it. Yeah, I think I can show you. Let me know in the comments if you want me to show you this, if you're cool with that. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna find it. Yeah. Here's one. So I did this across all of my memberships that have access to it. And I said, how has it helped you? 24 hours ago, what did my GPT help you build? Right? And then you just have so many things here. Helped me write 3 courses so far. It's helped me correct my writing skills, and I'm so appreciative. I can't wait to get my WAP store and courses uploaded. It helped me create my money model, um, which is the whole thing. About page, YouTube scripts, email sequences, and so much. It's so helpful. It led me to create ideas and launch for my school community. And after a few days of conversations with it, I created even more resonant niche and topic. It also inspired me to create my own GPT, which I'm using as my brand voice. So cool. Just downloaded a couple days ago. So far, it's been super helpful. Thank you for the abundant generosity. It's really noticed and appreciated. Okay. And then it saved me countless hours of looking through my old and new resources, scribbling my notes and revisiting them. They've supported my work so much that I'm literally bouncing between this post and ChatGPT to document the highlights. Also, it helped me get clear on a comedy brand in terms of tie-in. Somebody asked me on Instagram over the weekend, do you work with comedians? Do you work with creatives? Yes, I work with creatives. You just saw there, somebody just said it helped them with their comedy brand. I work with people who have intellectual property, who have something that is information and education that they can give to someone else, that they can teach. So I could either help you like teach your craft to other people who want to learn your craft, or I can help you tell your story and get out to more people and sell the product you have, meaning like let's say you're a comedian and you have a special, like it's not on Netflix, but you filmed your own special with someone, you hired someone, and you want to sell it for $10 online, $20 online. I can help you with that. I can help you look at how to monetize. Hint, hint, school. School, if you're a creative, take that over to school. You'll see so much actually in the next few videos about how we're taking someone with a creative sports path and we're actually creating a school for them. And you'll see how they can marry that with their audience and how much that, money will track that in real time, how much money they're going to make for just having a school membership about the thing they love. You can call it a hobby, you can call it a sport, but they love doing it anyway. And now we're building a school around it. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So it's absolutely creative, right? The creative mind. Then there's the entrepreneur, there's the person who's like doing spreadsheets, selling templates, things like that. It just runs the gamut. But what most people have in common who are working with me is that they're usually, like, I would say it's 85% women. There's still a lot of men because I have hundreds of thousands of people who follow me, and then I have thousands of members. So it's about 80% women. It is about 80% people of color. So about 64% women of color, if you do the math there. And it's a lot of people who just feel underestimated, a lot of people who feel like I have so much to give, so much to offer, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to package it. I don't know exactly what to sell. I don't know where to find people who would buy it from me. Like, where do I get that? That's what I teach. I teach in all of these, inline aligned memberships in my ecosystem. I have in-person stuff that I do. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Um, yeah. So I wanted to tell you that that's what's keeping you poor. That's what kept me poor. Exchanging time for money. Like I say, get paid to exist. That's where we're going to. Do you want to get paid to exist? If you want to get paid to simply exist, meaning the work that you do, the effort that you put in, is starting to work even when you're not in the room. And you're getting paid not for your time, but for your existence. Like I get paid to exist. I get paid because I have content, I have assets that are working for me. I get paid to show up places and speak. It's just like I'm here. I get paid to show up places and not speak. Have you ever seen like I used to work in like live music and stuff, and so sometimes when we would go to different cities, the star would get paid. Oh, okay, you did your concert, but hey, we'll pay you $20,000 to come just sit at this club, just sit at the club and drink, because they just wanted them in the building. You can do that. You can have that energy. It is attainable. 10 years ago, I had nothing, absolutely nothing, and it has been hard won. But I tell you what, I've learned so much that I've learned that this can be taught and that you can learn it.